could be key. We know that J.D. Vance, of course, had a state visit to India over a 3 to 4 day period. We've heard from both parties that a trade deal is extremely close. Do you think that sideline bilateral meetings between Trump and Narendra Modi could potentially lead to a furthering of that deal in the face of tariff tensions?
First of all, one has to appreciate that there are no friends or allies. They're all strategic interests, economic interests. If America will do a free trade agreement with India, it will be for its own benefit. It won't be for the benefit of India. So India has to be mindful of the fact that its progress, its rising, is not palatable to so many people. At one time, importing, now exporting arm. India was receiving aid, now it's giving aids. India's economy is rising. The poverty level has come down to nearly 5% from where we had, and the Indian diaspora, as the ambassador alluded, is a very significant player in these countries, because we come from a country which has given us values. Through those values, we have shined in every circumstances wherever we are. You have to just look at the rise of Indian diaspora in the world. They are not only in politics, but they are also in business, industry, technology, you name it. They are there because we are not oppressed by state or by religion. We are a free citizen. We are given free development. We can realize our ambition. And as a result, whenever we go to any country, we integrate, we become a positive part of that society. So the President of America knows the importance of India, and his Vice President is married to an Indian, and they know the values Indians hold. And they are no threat to any country of the world. They're a positive force, and given a proper a chance or proper treatment, India will become an asset, as it has become asset to the world. But trying to manipulate India, trying to put India down is not going to be beneficial to anybody, because this is a partnership of equals. India is a very, very big power, and it has got choices. If America won't supply arms, Russia will, or if America won't do trade, the Europe will. So therefore, India has earned its place through rapid development, rapid progress. I mean, you have to look at the highways and look at the aircraft carriers that are being made. India landed on Mars, landed on Moon. I mean, which countries are in that group? So therefore, this just shows the power of India has. And I think if they have a free trade agreement like UK, India have, they will benefit more, because they can shift their expensive labor production machine to India, and they can produce, for example, defense equipment. They can produce at a fraction of cost in India and then export to other countries and compete with countries like China and Russia. So therefore, they have to take advantage of India's ability to produce items of any sort on a mass scale. You just have to take example of JCB, the earth moving equipment, which is United Kingdom based. They set up one factory, two factory, third factory, exporting their earth moving equipment to 90 countries. So therefore, rather than thinking India as a rival, they have to think India as an ally. How can we, through cooperation and collaboration, strengthen each other's economy? By trying to undermine anybody is not going to benefit them in a scale which India can offer them. So therefore, I appeal to all the leaders. They should look at the character of India. They should look at the ethos of India. You mentioned about Operation Sindoor. That was a result of a racially and religiously charged speech of a General Asim Munir. Can you imagine? Army is a secular country where people of every faith fight to defend a nation, and then you come and tell them you're different. How do you unite your country? I just can't understand. But at the same time, what India has done, they demonstrated it was a very measured response to the terrorist camp, not to civilian, because we have nothing against the Pakistani civilian, because they are suffering due to the mismanagement of their leaders. Pakistan is a strategically located country. If the leader have the vision, they can turn that into Dubai. Like Dubai Sheikh has turned a desert into the most attractive destination for business, for commerce, for residents, for all sorts of things. So it's all about vision, leadership. You don't have to have very big army. You don't have to have nuclear bomb. What has nuclear bomb done to Pakistan? When you don't have the basic necessity, you don't have medicine, you don't have education, you don't have clean water. What is the point of having a nuclear bomb? What is the point of having a state-of-the-art jet fighters and everything when you do not have the economy to sustain them? I think leadership has to ask questions. You have to put the interest of the public, which has no voice. They need to be fed. They need medical, they need education. And they don't need demonstration of a strength, because strength will show, like Modi ji has shown, giving people Aadhaar card, bank account, gas collection,
Yes, Lord Rami, I'm sorry to interject. We do have some breaking news to bring, of course, on a topic that will have ramifications at this G7 summit. Israeli military says it has attacked an Iranian refueling plane at the Mashhad airport in eastern Iran. The Israeli military has described the attack as the furthest strike since the start of its operation. I will come back to you, Lord Rami, just to bring a sort of close to this section where we're looking at global leaders and their potential impact on these conflicts. Do you think that there will be any consensus other than a support for Israel in their move? Of course, the situation in Gaza has seen Western leaders, including leaders from the G7 nations, talk about the humanitarian situation and Israel's military activity in the enclave. But now we move the other way from Israel and this ongoing activity that has been preemptive from Israel and retaliatory strikes from Iran, really threatening wider regional stability. Lord Rami.
Okay. First thing first, it is very unfortunate the war, this conflict is now escalating, because tit for tat treatment will not bring any more peace sooner. We need to bring this situation to close, because if Israel start attacking the oil field, that will be catastrophic for the economy, Iranian economy. They should never underestimate their opponents, and we should not underestimate our opponent also. So therefore, it is very, very important that we have to ask the Iranian leader, look, the whole problem is your nuclear program. It is giving a lot of people a lot of nervousness. It's not just Israel. People in Europe, people in America, they all feel nervous about the Iranian nuclear program. So if the Iranian were to open their door, bring the international community to inspect, they will not be feared as much they are feared now. By not opening up, by just threatening, it's not going to end war. It's going to escalate it, and this will not be the end of conflict. It could be ongoing for a long time. So I hope that there are no winners in the war. End of the day, ordinary innocent people suffer, lives lost, and one life can affect many other lives along the line. So therefore, restrained and mature leadership is the answer.
Yes, absolutely. Ambassador Pradeep Kapoor, I will come to you, but we'll stay on this topic that we expect to be a significant talking point throughout the G7 summit. Of course, we've had a